back with another video. Today I want to talk about something a little bit more serious that's been going on recently on YouTube, or Yugitube rather. It's just kind of this general culture of hate that people seem to have, leaving comments on people's YouTube videos. I honestly don't think it's very fair to do that, because these guys are basically putting all of their creative juices into making something for you guys. Making videos that are fun, informative, funny, and whatever else, and that are deeply insightful and so on. And people are just kind of ripping the piss out of them for no reason at all. They're just saying anything they can to just be trolly and stupid and trying to start up arguments for no reason at all. And it's all just so silly. All these petty disputes going on in the comment section below a video. It's just silly. The hatred that is spreading around YouTube, particularly between a lot of Yugitube users, is just horrible to see. This is kind of a response to Slim, Team Symmetry, his video, talking about the same sort of stuff. And I totally agree with everything he's saying. I mean, a lot of the stuff is just wrong. I mean, personally, on my channel, I like to just be me on my channel. I like to try to be as honest as I can. And if people disagree with me, I'm not just going to, start up a dispute for the sake of it and try and prove that they're wrong. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about the principles behind YouTube in the first place, which is basically just like freedom of speech, freedom of expression of opinion, and just sharing your thoughts with other people, sharing your videos, sharing the content, creating a community, and that's what it's about. I mean, that's why I do my channel. I make videos for all of my subscribers and all of you guys, basically. I like to share my particular opinions on general issues in the game, and so on. I mean, you've seen for the people who are familiar with my channel, you've seen my channel, you know what my channel does, you know what I try to do. It's the same sort of stuff that everyone else does. I try to be perfectly honest in how I do it. I don't try and get subscriptions in silly ways. I don't try and start up disputes and comment wars, as I would call them. So generally, I just want to make the point, basically the whole point of this video is I just want to make the point to everyone that if you're going to be somebody like that, just think about it before you post that comment. Because at the end of the day, it actually solves nothing. It's just going to start up a lot of aggro between a bunch of other people. And there was this issue between Underworld and Slim, and there was also a thing between Yu-Gi-Oh! Britain to do with someone posting a comment to do with European Yu-Gi-Oh! Players not being as skilled as the American players. And like these little disputes, I mean, obviously people know that when they post comments that are that generic and contain these sweeping generalizations about people, that there's going to be issues with that, there's going to be a reaction, and they can't expect that there won't be. It's just the way it is. So my question is, why do it in the first place? Think about it before you go and do something silly like that, is what I'm saying. So this will be my first video to promote the honesty of Yugitubing. Put up your videos, work hard on them, and if people are gonna if you comment on other people's videos, do it in an honest way. Just express your opinion, back away, impartial. Don't try and force issues. Don't try and start up arguments. There's no need for it. We're all here to become successful YouTube users. All of us who have channels. And if we're having battles between each other over these petty little things, then that all just melts down to nothing. And we forget about what's kind of the brass tacks of all of this, or kind of the essentials of it all, which is just community between people and channels and players and YouTubers and everything. It just everyone helping each other to become better at what they do, to become better at making videos, to get them more subscribers, to support each other. It all sounds like a bit of a kind of wishy-washy charity type, humanitarian type thing, but it's true. I mean, those are the essential features of YouTube, and in fact, on their guidelines before you actually start uploading on your channel, you basically see that sort of stuff. So they don't kind of spell it out in kind of bunnies holding hands, dancing around in a circle kind of way, but they definitely make the point that you have to be kind of fair with people. You can't be offensive. You can't generate consternation where there shouldn't be, and stuff like that. So this is not just a response to Slim. It's a response to a whole bunch of people who have been wronged in some way, or who feel that the Yugitubing world is full of hate, basically. And I agree with all of those people who think that, because as of the recent events of the last 2 weeks even have just shown me that. And I am all for, freely expressing your opinion, and freedom of speech and all that jazz. That is in the kind of tenets of YouTube's whatever. But I'm not for it if you go out of your way to personally offend another individual, someone who's worked hard on a video, and there's no reason, as you say, you gain nothing from just posting a comment, being a troll, and saying like, oh, your video's crap, or I mean that's a bad example. I mean, there's obviously way more, like, say, racially offensive, or where they try and like poke at, stigmatize people according to like race and other silly things that at the end of the day mean nothing, because, as I say, we're all in the same boat, and a lot of the time it's the people who make these comments are the people who don't have channels and don't realize how hard we work on our videos. And I'm one of those people who works really hard on my videos, and I try and put up the best content possible. And like, I'm lucky. I mean, I've only started my channel a couple months ago, so I haven't kind of gained a list of haters or whatever, because I don't think there's much to hate. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but all I can do is just be myself, be honest, try and be as creative as I can for you guys, make the best content that I can make, and get all the feedback from you guys. But if the feedback is kind of interspersed with comments that are just inane, pointless comments that contribute nothing in a constructive manner to how I run my channel, then I'm just going to ignore those comments, because the person is either looking for attention or he's just trying to be a hater, and haters gonna hate, So, what do you guys think about this? Do you think am I wrong? Is there a general culture of Yugitubing right now that is slightly negative, slightly tending towards the negative and towards the offensive and things? Are people trying to go out of their way to annoy each other, or is it just a couple of incidences that have kind of sparked this off, and are people all overreacting about this? I mean, I don't know, but my personal feeling over the last 2 weeks is that there's been a lot of issues between 4 or 5 YouTube users that there really shouldn't be. Everyone is there to do the same thing, like I said, and that's pretty much all I've got to say about it. This is kind of my first video where I express my opinions about this sort of stuff, but I really felt the need to kind of chime in, because I'm part of that whole team as well, the Yugitubing kind of world and so on, and I just don't like seeing this kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, I think in general I just like people to get along. Like, forgive me if that's too idealistic a thing to have on such a kind of volatile arena, such as a social networking site such as YouTube or Facebook or something like that. But that's the way I feel about life. I feel like there's no point in having these petty disputes with people. It really doesn't get you anywhere, and I think it'd be a lot easier, if everyone just helped each other out with their channels and just commented. If you're going to comment, make it a constructive comment. Try and contribute. Don't just say, I don't think you're choosing to ban this card was a good choice on your list or whatever, and give no substantiated claim as to why. Or something like that. I mean, if you're gonna give a comment, make sure that it contributes in some way to the betterment. I don't know what the word probably is. The betterment of the person's channel, so they can make videos of that kind better quality in the future. I mean, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and thank you for all the support thus far. I see my channel is going quite well after 2.5 months, and I'm really happy about it. And the other reason I'm making this video basically is to thank you guys, but not to become these guys who go out of their way to annoy people. It's just not right, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think anyways. I am Wheel of Yugituber, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe, all of that jazz. I will talk to you guys later. I'm signing out. Peace, guys.